When I'm gone, they'll just find another monster. They have to. Because they have to justify their wages.
Every era has its monsters. Not creatures from myths, but people chosen to be feared. They're blamed for decline, for decay, for collapse. And somehow, they're always responsible for things they never caused. During World War II, Adolf Hitler claimed that Jews and Slavic people were replacing and destroying Germany from within. That Germans were being outnumbered, outbred, erased. None of it was true. Jews made up less than 1% of the population. They were neighbors, citizens, war veterans. Slavic peoples weren't invaders, they were invaded. But the lie worked. Because it wasn't about facts. It was about fear. The Nazis didn't invent this tactic. They perfected it. After World War I, Germany was humiliated. The economy collapsed. People were angry, desperate, afraid. The leaders didn't say, "We failed." They said, "They did this to us." And when Jews and Slavs were no longer enough, they found new enemies. Roma, disabled people, LGBTQ+ people, political dissidents. There was always another monster. This pattern is older than Nazism. In ancient Rome, Christians were blamed for fires and plagues. In medieval Europe, Jews were blamed for the Black Death. During witch hunts, women and outsiders were blamed for cold winters and failed crops. The problems were real. The explanations were not. Fear needed a target. Colonial empires did the same thing. Indigenous people were blamed for poverty created by colonization itself. Their suffering was framed as proof of inferiority. And when empires collapsed, migrants from those same regions became the new threat. First exploited, then blamed. Today, the language has changed. The structure hasn't. Instead of racial purity, we hear demographic replacement. Instead of regeneracy, we hear cultural invasion. The Great Replacement theory claims immigrants are intentionally replacing native populations. There is no evidence of this. No coordinated plan. No secret conspiracy. Just migration, economic change, and leaders who need someone else to blame. When problems feel overwhelming, simple enemies feel comforting. It's easier to hate a group than to confront corruption. Easier to fear outsiders than to question power. That's why these stories survive. They don't need to be true. They just need to be useful. When one monster disappears, another must be created. Because a system built on fear cannot survive without something to fear. History doesn't repeat because facts are forgotten. It repeats because fear works. The faces change. The names change. The targets change. But the lie stays the same. There is always someone to blame. And the real danger is not the monster they point to, but how easily we look where they tell us to look.